We have a fun quarterfinal in store in Wuhan as we have Aryna Sabalenka, your world number one, taking on Elena Rybakina. Usually, whenever these two ladies step onto the tennis courts, they put on a great show for the fans. They tend to have back and forth matchups. It's usually right down to the wire, and both these ladies like to use their power game. So it's a fun power tennis matchup for all the fans out there. For Sabalenka, as you guys know, she did miss the China Open, the last tournament, the last WTA 1000 event that we just had, because she was taking time off celebrating her U.S. Open Championship victory, and rightfully so. Obviously, big thing there for Sabalenka going back-to-back at the U.S. Open. And as you guys know, you're always at the mercy of a racket no matter what surface you're on, and we're on the hard courts where Sabalenka has thrived. So Sabalenka, no doubt about it, is going to be the favorite here in this matchup. The one thing I will point out, Sabalenka didn't get off to the best start in this tournament. In round number 2, dropped the first set. And I will say since then, kind of calmed herself down. She had that big win over Ludwig Samsonova in round number 3. That was a big win there for Sabalenka. So obviously Sabalenka seems to have found her game after that little rough start there. But it is something just to keep an eye out on here, because Elena Rybakina, guys, does have all the tools to beat Sabalenka. Of course, as you guys know, I say this all the time, she serves very well. She's going to do that no matter who she's playing. But the big thing is can she take the racket out of Sabalenka's hands? And yes, she has the power game to do so. You're going to have to take a page out of Amanda Anisimova's playbook at Wimbledon. That's the best way to go about it. You got to play the corners well in the return game using your power, and you can take that racket out of her hand. Now, I will say that is a tall task to do. That I got that Amanda Anisimova did it there, but guess what? That is a tall, tough task to do. You're usually going to be at the mercy of Sabalenka's racket, but Rybakina, one of the few players on tour that can do so. And I just want to point out too, if you guys do look at the WTA rankings, and I pointed this out a few times now to Elena Rybakina, obviously doing herself a lot of favors here by making it this far to the quarterfinals here. Obviously, Mira Andreeva got upset early in this tournament, but Jasmine Paolini's right in the mix. So obviously, Rybakina going to want to keep going forward here. We'll see if there's any pressure on Rybakina. Now, who gets the job done here and why? I am going to go towards Aryna Sabalenka, basically just because of what we've seen out of her time and time again. She's always right in the mix of every single tournament. And yeah, she's just a better player overall here in 2025. That's the reason why I'm going that way. Obviously, I know an upset could be in play here. We've obviously seen Elena Rybakina beat Sabalenka time and time again. But still, Sabalenka, the better player here in 2025, having a lot of success on the hard courts this year, 2025, over the last few years, has basically dominated the hard courts. So for that reason, I am going to go with Aryna Sabalenka to get the win and advance to the semifinals here in Wuhan.